Previously on Balls.
So basically, I wanted to just get the word out about the new educational roadshow that I'm doing. So I'm touring around to primary schools and high schools at the moment with my show called Digital You, where I'm teaching teens how to stay safe online and how to deal with sexting and cyberbullying.
Very clever.
And looking after their online reputations, because there's so much stuff going on out there and teens need to know how to deal with it, because they could, otherwise there's severe consequences that they could face now and like in years to come.
Who have you teamed up with?
So this is an Activate initiative. So Activate is the company that I have. We do promos and educational theatre. And so, this is our latest initiative. And
Brilliant.
We wanted to go far and wide. At the moment, there's a cost involved for schools that we visit. But hopefully a brand will come on board, a brand that's got a social responsibility in that area. And then we can take it to schools and we won't have to charge them. So that's the aim.
Hayley, I mean, this is a very serious topic. When when you start getting into bullying, sexting, looking after your digital self. So, since you've started, and I'm assuming it's still quite in its infancy at the moment. Tell us some of the major issues that you might have picked up at various schools.
Well, one of the biggest issues is girls and guys sending sexy or naked pictures to each other. They'll do it when they're dating one another and think it's all very cool. But then the second they break up, the boyfriend sends all those private pictures to all his friends in the whole school. I mean, a 16-year-old girl committed suicide last year after she sent a video of herself masturbating to her boyfriend. He sent it to all his friends, and within a day, the whole school had seen this video. Yeah. So, it's not always as serious as that, but it can lead to that kind of thing. So that's probably the best problem. And also it means that maybe one day when you're sending these pictures, they last a lifetime. One day when your employee is, doing a background check or wants to hire you, they're going to Google you and they're going to see these kind of things.
How did you come about doing this? I mean, it's very much education theatre, so I'm sure it works very, very well. What inspired you to sit there and say, you know what, we need to do this?
It was actually, I did educational theatre, quite a lot of it, before I got into soapies. And then I was actually listening to the radio, hearing parents phone in and talk about what their children are experiencing, and teachers were phoning in. And I thought, this is something that's topical. It's, as technology expands, it's only getting worse. So I thought this is the cause that I'm going to latch onto and get back into the educational space with.
I want to ask a question about the parents, because it's one thing to educate kids who, let's be honest, are far brighter than a lot of the parents are, and are far more tech savvy and are far more on the pulse of what happens digitally nowadays.
Sure.
What are you doing for the parents? Because if the parents are educated and they know what is going on and the potential pitfalls, surely that's going to make a big difference as well.
No, totally. The aim is to get this rolling out and then actually get a whole nother presentation together that you offer to parents on parents' evenings. Because I'll present to a whole lot of grade 7s and who all have cell phones, and they all have tablets at this one school. As that last week, every single standard 5 or grade 7 learner had a tablet and a cell phone. Yeah. And I asked them by a show of hands, how many of your parents check your cell phones or check who you're chatting to? And maybe 10% put their hands up. So it makes a huge difference when parents are involved and checking up on what their kids are doing.
Listen, on the flip side, you could get go to a PTA meeting and go and tell the parents about the potential pitfalls for their kids, but the parents could go, "Oh, that's quite a nice idea." you might be having the reverse effect here for the folks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, but parents do need to kind of just get to grips. I mean, a lot of parents don't even know, anything about Twitter or Instagram or those kind of.
No. I think there is unfortunately a strange ignorance and naivety amongst many people that just try and it'll never happen. Now, when you say you put it as theatre. So now the whole thing is it like you try and get it across in an entertaining kind of a way without being you naughty people.
The best way to explain it is, so my background is
Act us something.
my background is in educational theatre, but
Act us something now.
The approach we wanted to take for this was for me to be me, and to tell them I've been on TV, I've dealt with social media, I've had to make it work for me in a positive way.
Yes.
This is who I am, and then I've got a multimedia presentation that goes with my talk, because we thought it was apt considering
All
the
right.
topic.
And did you write it?
I've with my partner at Activate, we've
Yes.
written the script, and then we've got like great visuals put together, like a multimedia presentation.
Fantastic.
That has all the latest music to it. And
How did we get lucky to sit first of all amongst beautiful women every day? Secondly, such talented women.
And clever.
You are properly talented.
And clever,
Thank you.
eh?
That's amazing.
How
Thank you.
clever.
Well, we just really hope to be able to get it
Oh,
far
good for
and-
you.
far
Well,
and
have you got a
wide.
website?
Yes. It's www.digitalyou.co.za.
And what's the response? Excuse me. What's the response been like?
Well, look, at the moment we've been offering the show free to schools, because we want to get it out there. We want to get teachers talking about it, and we also want to, get meat for our script. And we've had an overwhelming response. The learners and the teachers just can't
Brilliant.
stop saying how relevant it is and how appropriate it is, and how we engaged with the learners, which has been great.
That's very
but
good.
Obviously, we can't do it for free. We can't continue doing it for free, and schools have tight budgets. So it's now going to be a process of negotiating with schools and seeing what budget they have, and trying
I
getting in
think
there.
it's time to get a sponsor.
You need a corporate sponsor on board,
Absolutely, and I mean,
so that you can also take it nationally. I
That's
think
the
that's
plan,
also
yeah.
very, very important.
and I mean, it's such a valuable audience. You've got 12, 13, 14, 15-year-olds that are
Exactly.
going to be using technology and laptops and tablets and cell phones for the rest of their lives. So it's a very valuable audience to any brand.
And I think also very importantly, I mean, kids, well, all of us get into bad habits. And if you try and at least stifle or stop those bad habits now, then maybe it has a lasting effect. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work on everyone. But if it can work on certain people, it's wonderful. And these are very, very important topics. And as you mentioned right at the top, bullying, sexting, all of those kind of things, if it gets in the wrong hands and it goes the wrong way, this is damaging for life, and even suicides and those kind of things.
Sure.
It's very worrying.
And I think it's just, often kids have heard before, they need to be safe online, but it's reminding them of the consequences, because I think it's so easy to just
Of
click
course.
post or click send and then kind of not realize. These days, if you're caught with pictures of young boys and girls on your phone, young, sexy, naked pictures, you actually are guilty of distributing child pornography.
Unbelievable.
And you can get a juvenile record and all this kind of stuff. And it seems like the police and the authorities are starting to treat this all a bit more seriously now, which
Well,
is
that's a
great.
good thing.
Yeah.
I think that's a very good thing.
Which is good. Yeah.
Sure.
Good
Brilliant.
luck, Hayley. That's an amazing initiative. Digitalyou.co.za is the website if you want to go and see. And if people want to book, can they get all your details through the website?
Yes, there's a booking page on the website with my cell phone number, email address. So, yeah, you can get it all there.
It is all there. I've just tweeted it as well. Congratulations. Wish you really, really well. And hopefully we get a corporate sponsor on board. Because I think it's
thank
so,
you, guys.
this is a part of education that I think is so needed in schools. And I think from, as you say, standard 5 up to matric, it's vital.
Absolutely.
And people got to hear it from a friendly voice as well.
A neutral voice, as opposed to somebody from the school as well, is always helpful.
Cool.
Brilliant.
Thank you, guys.
Cool, Hayley. Well done.
guys.
It's a
Good luck.
pleasure.
Have a great weekend.
Yes,
too.
you too.
Weekdays from 12 to 2 p.m. Central African Time.
Beautiful.
Gears with Sasha Martinengo on balls.co.za.